Greetings, brothers and sisters. Resist the enemy, and he will flee from you. That is the topic of today's message. Following the enemy, following Satan, doesn't look like they make it out to be in the movies. If you're following in the path of darkness, you're not necessarily going to be wearing all black and sitting in a circle with doing rituals, or you're not necessarily going to be lighting incense in the middle of the forest and doing some burning animals. I don't know. You're not necessarily going to be, it's not going to be obvious. It's simple, everyday things that everyone thinks is quote-unquote normal. That's the way the enemy gets to you. That is the strategy of Satan. To make it normal. To make it cool. To follow the enemy. It might even be picking up your phone and scrolling mindlessly. Anything that takes away your individuality. Anything that takes away your spiritual authority. Anything that kills, steals, and destroys your life and God's plans for your life is following the enemy. A life of sin bring forth death. Sin bring forth death spiritually. And all it takes is resisting, and the enemy will flee from you. If you have this urge to pick up your phone and go to Twitter and just you end up scrolling on there for 2 hours straight, or you just have the urge to go on TikTok and just sit there, do nothing, you're giving up your individuality if you do that. You're giving up your freedom. You're following the short-term pleasure, the short-term gratification in your mind. You're doing what feels comfortable. You have to push yourself outside of these comfort zones. You have to be vulnerable with the Lord, and He will direct you. You have to have individuality. You can't be stuck in these patterns to where you don't even know why you're doing it. Now, how does progress happen? When you have an urge to pick up your phone, you have an urge to scroll, you have an urge to do anything. If you deny that, if you say, okay, I'm not going to pick up my phone this time, but my mind is just screaming at me to just go on Instagram and just scroll. Well, how about you resist it and see where that leads you? That's taking a step in the right direction. You resist this temptation. You resist the urge. That's taking a step in the right direction. That's taking a step out in faith. You know what? It's like, you know what? I want something greater than this. My mind is telling me this is all I need, but I know there's something greater. I'm choosing to follow God. I'm choosing to trust in Him. I'm choosing to grow. Now this proves to provide yourself with an opportunity to grow and persevere. Just like James chapter 1. Temptation gives us the ability to grow our faith and persevere. Treat it like that. Treat it as a test. Okay, I have this burning urge to go and do this, but I'm not going to this time. The enemy will flee from you. Every single time you're building up your faith, you're building up that muscle, and you will persevere. I love you guys.